West Virginia is currently under a statewide burning restriction until May 31st. West Virginia has two annual burn restriction periods that take place in the spring and fall. According to Service Forester Jordan Stewart, these seasonal times remain under burning restrictions due to the climate and tree conditions. If you do not have a permit to do so, burning is restricted from the hours of 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. It's important for your fire to be completely out by 7 a.m. in order to avoid fines.
Our burn restrictions are automatically in place March 1st through May 31st, as well as October 1st to December 31st, and those are every year, mainly because we are already predicting those dry periods of time and before the leaf cover comes onto the trees and after the leaves fall.
Stewart said some parts of the state, like the eastern panhandle, are more at risk at this time due to it being in a drought period. The Forestry Service wants you to know that anyone who starts a wildfire intentionally or otherwise would hold full liability.